This is Grizz Nation Live, a weekly in-depth look at your Memphis Grizzlies. Tonight's show is hosted by Local 24 Sports Director Doc Holliday. It is co-hosted by the radio voice of the Grizzlies, Eric Hasseltine. Special feature reports are provided by Local 24 Sports reporter Jessica Benson. The program is sponsored by Family Leisure, where family and fun come together, and by Onyx Restaurant. Jazz, wine, dine, mingle, and mix.
Hi, how are you? Doc Holliday. Welcome to another edition of Grizz Nation Live. Eric and the Grizzlies on the road in Oklahoma City tonight. Well, the Grizzlies facing off with Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. Highlights coming up shortly. But, of course, before we get into the show, let's tell you what's coming up on the show. The Grizzlies, as I said, in OKC tonight. Hint, they got thunderclap. Eric brings it up and puts 3 on the board with Jonas Valanciunas. Jessica Benson goes all access with Grizz Gaming. And, of course, we take a look at the week ahead. But as I mentioned earlier, tonight the Grizzlies in Oklahoma City with one of their biggest tests of the season, trying to slow down Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. Good news for the Bears, Paul George not playing tonight because of a hurt shoulder. Good news for the Thunder, Mike Conley not playing tonight because of a hurt body. He's sore. Westbrook, of course, hoping to take advantage of the missing of Mike Conley tonight. Westbrook, yeah, he was balling. Another guy was balling, DeLon Wright, playing the role of Mike, starting in his place. Nice look to Jonas Valanciunas. Valanciunas throws one down. Big man, yeah, we like that. Later first, Grizzlies up 6. Westbrook over Wright. Yeah, right in his face, give him a little twinkly. Knocks down the three-pointer. But, of course, DeLon came to ball. He has an answer. He knocks down the 3 off the inbounds in Westbrook's face. Grizzlies up 28-25 after 1. Second quarter, 34-34 ball game. Bruno Caboclo, 3 in the corner. Bears up 3, 1 point. Grizzlies lead. Now check out this. Joakim Noah. Bad pass. Thunder's going to get it. Terrence Ferguson on the other end with the easy dunk. Thunder takes the lead. But at the half, the Grizzlies were actually up 52-46. Avery Bradley, my man, was straight hooping tonight because he just knows how to hoop. Gets a nice little screen from Jonas to the rack. Buckets. Then check out Bradley. He's going to clown Ferguson on here. Just got him going all kinds of ways. The floater was good. Fourth quarter, Grizzlies in control. Jonas and Bradley with the oop. Bradley with 27 tonight. Grizzlies eventually take a 13-point lead in the fourth. But Westbrook was kind of tired of all the nonsense. Him from 30. Knocks down the 3. Grizzlies lead at 5. Later in the fourth, Grizzlies up 3. Now Westbrook again. Double pumps. Ties it up. Russ scoring 12 of his 22 points in the fourth quarter. And the Thunder coming all the way back. OKC taking the win. 99-95.
I thought the guys put forth a hell of an effort to give themselves an opportunity to win the game. But it's a matter of learning who we are, who gets the touches where, in the fourth quarter. We relied heavily on Mike down the stretch, so it was somebody different we were having to find tonight. And that's just a matter of us getting comfortable and familiar with one another and growing and learning from it.
Seeing how well DeLon Wright and Avery Bradley perform, especially DeLon getting the start, is that something you're able to take away a certain amount of game?
Yeah, I mean, it's a positive, to see guys play well. DeLon has been given a heck of an opportunity here. We think he's a heck of a player and he's got a great future ahead of him. And to see him be able to step up, when Mike is out and carry the load from a point guard position, which is arguably the most difficult position on both sides of the ball nowadays, is a positive for us. We'll continue to work with him and he continues to work and we expect him to get even better.
Now, last night, Mike did play here in the Grizzlies in the Lone Star State, taking on the Mavericks of Dallas. And this one was a Beale Street beat down from the opening bell. A big reason why big dog Jonas Valanciunas, dominating in the paint, finishing with 20 points and 10 rebounds. Jonas giving the Grizzlies that inside presence and aggressiveness they've been known for. Now, the Mavericks, of course, they did make a couple of NBA-type plays. That's one. But in the end, Mike Conley and his crew were not going. The Grizzlies making runs, playing great defense, and strolling out of Dallas with their biggest win of the season in terms of points difference. The final, Memphis 111, Dallas 81. Do the math. That's a 30-point win. The Grizzlies holding Dallas to just 17% shooting from three-point range as they knocked down 14 of 34 from behind the three-point arc for 41%. Now, Wednesday, the Grizzlies had a great chance of getting a win slip away as they got taken down at home by the Chicago Bulls. Despite coming to Memphis as one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference, which by default makes them one of the worst teams in the NBA because the East is by far weaker than the West. The Bulls knocking the Beale Street Bears off 109 to 107. Yeah, it was a close game, but it shouldn't have been. Chicago isn't even really trying to win this season. Now, the Grizzlies do have a lot of new players. Most I don't even recognize, but still, Grizz Nation wanted to win. Grizz Nation expected to win. Grizz Nation didn't get a win. Now, the Grizzlies didn't play horribly. They actually won the battle on the boards, and they had more assists than Chicago, but they didn't have more points. This game was let down because of what the Grizzlies did in their first game of the week. Huge letdown because the Grizzlies starting the week off against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers last Monday. The Lakers coming to town hoping to start a playoff push and thinking that a win against the Grizzlies was pretty much automatic. What the Lakers didn't count on was Grizzlies guard Mike Conley being automatic. Conley torching the Lakers for 30 points. His big man, Joakim Noah, celebrating his 34th birthday by having a party in the paint. Noah coming off the bench to score 14 points, grab 12 rebounds. The Grizzlies sending LeBron back to L.A. with the loss. Grizzlies winning 110-105. Now, LeBron, of course, did have a triple-double, 24 points, 12 rebounds, and 11 assists, but it wasn't an impressive triple-double. He often stood around on defense and missed a lot of open shots, and the Grizzlies sending the majority. Lakers home crowd, home sad. Now, the Grizzlies, now with just 17 games left in the season, their 25-40 record, second worst record in the Western Conference. Now, the Grizzlies trying to lay a foundation and build something around their young players, but two of their key young players not even playing right now. Dylan Brooks was ruled out for the season 2 months ago after hurting his big toe. The foundation, Mr. number 4 overall, Jaren Jackson Jr., has been out the last couple of weeks because of a quad injury. Now, the Grizzlies need those two young men, like I said, to try to build this foundation, but if they aren't playing, it's going to be tough to do. Now, we know the Grizzlies did trade away Marc Gasol, bringing back and keeping Mike Conley, but Grizzlies trying to build for the future, but the future isn't even playing in the present. That's the only way you're going to build for the future if those young men can play right now. But time out. When time is back in, we have an in-depth discussion with the big man. You saw him, Big Jonas Valanciunas, bringing it up, putting 3 on the board.
It's our Factory Direct Pool and Spa sale at Family Leisure.
Shop now for the largest selection and biggest savings. Family Leisure offers higher quality pools, thicker liners, and better equipment. Need more reasons? How about fast professional installation at guaranteed lowest prices? Spas. Now is the time to buy. 5-person spas from $29.99. Swim spas now only $99.99. Become the family hero and save money.
Factory Direct Pool and Spa sale going on now at Family Leisure.
Well, family and fun come together.
Attention diabetics. If you or a loved one took Invokana, Jardiance, or any other SGLT2 inhibitor drug and were later diagnosed with Fournier's gangrene of the genitals, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. Call right now.
Call 1-800-889-1544. Again, that's 1-800-889-1544.
You probably don't spend a lot of time thinking about banking. You're probably more focused on living for today and planning for tomorrow. That's why Regions puts you first. We know there's more to you than your checking account. You're dreaming about a vacation home, or season tickets for your team, or finally taking those paddleboarding lessons. With our people, our tech, and our tools, we make your life easier because we get it. Some things are bigger than banking.
Memphis over the past decade, offering American and seafood dishes daily. Stop in for our daily lunch specials or have your next company luncheon with us. Onyx offers live band entertainment Monday through Saturday. Onyx Restaurant, located at 1680 Madison Avenue. Jazz, wine, dine, mingle, mix.
You are watching Grizz Nation Live, sponsored by Family Leisure, where family and fun come together. And by Onyx Restaurant. Jazz, wine, dine, mingle, and mix.
Thanks for coming back. Since coming over in a trade from Toronto, with the Grizzlies sent longtime Beale Street Bear Marc Gasol, Jonas Valanciunas has made himself right at home in Memphis and in the paint. The big man has been a nice addition. Eric sits down and rings three, puts three on the board and rings it up with the big dog. Give us three, please.
All right, we're going to ring it up, put three on the board with one of the newest Grizzlies, Jonas Valanciunas. Good to see you. Welcome to Memphis. It's been a nice start. How have you enjoyed being in the city thus far? I know it's coming from a really wonderful city in Toronto, but Memphis a little different, a little smaller, but that hometown feel.
Yeah, it's a little different, but, you know, people are really nice with me and, you know, nice organization. It's warmer here. That's a big plus. You know, it's much warmer right now. So, you know, I'm finding myself pretty good. You know, I'm comfortable. You know, I'm here to play basketball, so I'm focused on the basketball and slowly exploring the city. You know, when I saw you in Cleveland, you looked at me and said, "Well, I just want to get into one time zone and get adjusted." You had a very interesting All-Star break. I think people don't always realize the business of basketball. You had to go from Toronto to Lithuania to Memphis. I mean, you've been all over the world in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I traveled around the world, but, you know, finally I'm here. Now I have already had like 3-4 days settled down, so I'm happy to be here, happy to play basketball, and you know, getting those practices, getting all the small pieces together. It's been feeling good now. One of the things you told me is you enjoy playing in a city that loves the game, and you realize that from playing against the Grizzlies over the years, that the fans here are knowledgeable and they love the game. Talk about that a little bit. Yeah, you know, Memphis has a history of basketball, so it's always good to play in those cities like who has a history of basketball. You know, when I was a opponent of Grizzlies, you know, it was hard playing here, so we tried to build the same thing and, you know, be tough team, you know, be tough opponent for everybody. You are a big, strong, physical guy down low. The game's changed. It's opened up. But you and Mike Conley very quickly have developed a nice little pick-and-roll game, that pocket bounce pass coming into you. It seems to be tailor-made for what you like to do. How comfortable are you with your new teammates? Oh, I'm comfortable. You know, we're not reached the highest point. You know, we're still putting those little pieces together, but yeah, that's why we practice hard, that's why we're playing hard. You know, we're trying to reach the highest point as we can. I saw 5 gold medals for the Lithuanian national team in international competition. Talk about what that means to you, to be able to put on your country's jersey and then find the ultimate level of success while wearing it. You know, Lithuania is my country, and always say yes when duty calls. You know, summer times I spend there, and I love my country, I love my people, and you know, as I'm gonna be able to put those basketball shoes on, I'm gonna be representing Lithuania. Would we have a little more respect if I told you Šarūnas Marciulionis was one of my favorite players when I was a Warriors season ticket holder? Okay. How about that guy? We bump it up now. Yeah, there we go. Now we're good. It's great to have you here, and you seem to have fit in really well. It's been a pleasure having you on this program. Thanks for being with us. Continued success. Pleasure to be here, you know. Pleasure to, you know, always pleasure to play basketball. Yeah, it's never a bad thing to be able to play basketball and make a living at it. Jonas Valanciunas. Doc, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, E. I like Jonas because Jonas is one of those big dudes. He does not take any mess from other players, even from his own teammates. Got that toughness inside, which is what the Grizzlies need. Need Jaren Jackson Jr. to hurry up and come back. Even if he comes back this year, he probably really doesn't need to because he's hurting. The Grizzlies not doing much of anything, not making the playoffs. But he could really learn from Jonas, especially big Jonas can rough him up in the paint, get him kind of tough. Timeout when time is back in. Grizz Gaming is ready for another strong year in the world of electronic arts. Just the best and goes, all access.
It's our Factory Direct patio furniture sale at Family Leisure.
Spring is just around the corner. Shop now for the largest selection at guaranteed lowest prices. Factory Direct pricing on all of the best brands, hundreds of in-stock sets.
Factory Direct patio furniture sale going on now at Family Leisure.
Your story begins the moment you enroll at Concord Career College to become a medical office professional. In as few as 8 months, you will be ready to begin an exciting profession that is as fulfilling as it is challenging. You'll have a rewarding career with a bright future, giving you an immense sense of accomplishment. Opportunity awaits. Enroll at Concord Career College today by visiting us online at concord.edu. Your story starts now.
If you have Medicare, listen up. Medicare alone only covers 80% of your costs, leaving you to pay the rest. Changes to Medicare are no laughing matter. If you don't know the plans available now, you might end up with a doctor you're not so comfortable with. Understanding all the options, let's face it, it can be downright confusing. And that's why I love Health Markets, your insurance marketplace. They search thousands of plans from leading insurance companies to find a plan that's right for you. Plans that have prescription drug coverage, dental and vision care, and that offer extra benefits you may not even know are available. Some plans may eliminate your out-of-pocket costs, like co-pays and deductibles, and there's even plans with no monthly premium. And they can find you a plan that lets you keep your doctors. You can enroll today. So call Health Markets now for free help. It's easy to find the Medicare plan that saves you money.
Your insurance marketplace, Health Markets.
Call the number on the screen now for a free, no-obligation consultation. Representatives are standing by to assist you 24/7. Don't wait.
Here on Local Memphis Live, we always have encouraging stories, inspirational musicians, and we even go live in our kitchen for live cooking segments. I'm Amy Scropolis. Join me weekday mornings at 9 right here on Local 24 for Local Memphis Live.
You're watching Grizz Nation Live, sponsored by Family Leisure, where family and fun come together. And by Onyx Restaurant, jazz, wine, dine, mingle, and mix.
Thanks for coming back. Grizz Gaming is back for its second season in the NBA's 2K League. Jessica Benson catching up with the team before their upcoming 2019 draft.
With the 2019 NBA 2K draft coming up on March 5th, Grizz Gaming is ready and focused on building off of a promising year one. Grizz Gaming General Manager Lang Whitaker isn't your typical GM.
Real GMs go to work and they wear like suits and stuff, and this is me dressed up right here.
Then again, this isn't your typical job.
You know, my kid told his teacher my dad plays video games every day, and I was like, he's not wrong.
Whitaker and his Grizz Gaming squad will be one of 21 teams. Second season of the NBA 2K League. Last year, Grizz Gaming started slow, but finished 6-8, and were right in the playoff race up until the last week of the season.
We really feel confident that we turned the corner last year, and we learned a lot, and we're going to keep moving forward with that. I think one thing we really learned in season one is just how much travel, and it's tiring. You know, we're not flying charters, we're flying commercial airlines. We flew to New York 17 times last summer.
You know, I'd never been to New York before this, so that was cool. After like the 15th time.
Antonio Saldivar is one of 2 returning players for Grizz Gaming.
My parents always, you know, tried to kick me off the games, go get a job. And I had a job. I was working at a cemetery, actually. It's still kind of surreal, but at one point you got to realize it is a job and you have a job to do. People are counting on you.
This year, the league will have a $1.2 million prize pool, spread out over 4 tournaments and the league playoffs. Players earn a base salary of $33,000, and they get housing, medical insurance, and a retirement plan.
I think the really fun thing about season one was just watching the league grow. You know, every week, more and more people would stop us, and they'd see the logo, and they're like, oh, you guys are Grizz Gaming, and the players were getting stopped by TSA, and people were asking them about the games, specific games and stuff. So it was really cool to see, like, as the season went along, the growth of the league.
Season 2, excited just to get my new brothers here, you know, and just start building a family and just get ready to get back into the grind.
It's fun at the end of the day, and that's what we want to have fun, and I want to win. So that's the goal, is to win.
Grizz Gaming will have the 7th pick in the first round of this year's draft. They will take 4 total new players to go with the 2 they retained. In the studio, Jessica Benson, Grizz Nation Live.
Thanks, Jessica. And I have to admit, I never thought I would see the day where people get paid to play video games, because back when I was growing up, we played the Atari. You had, you know, Coleco and like the little Frogger and all those games. But now, $33,000, man, housing, retirement plan. Time out when time is back in. We wrap this thing up as we take a look at the week ahead. That's when Grizz Nation Live comes back.
You've got an hour for lunch. Make it count. O'Charlie's Free Pie Wednesday. A free slice with any entree. Now enjoy our fresh baked cherry pie all year long.
I have insurance.
Every Wednesday at O'Charlie's.
It's our Factory Direct patio furniture sale at Family Leisure.
Spring is just around the corner. Shop now for the largest selection at guaranteed lowest prices. Factory Direct pricing on all of the best brands. Maintenance-free poly, dining that seats 10 or more. Elegant cast aluminum, beautiful hand-woven wicker. We got it all, and it's all on sale. Check out our large selection of chases, umbrellas, bases, and more. Can't find what you're looking for? Visit our design center to create your dream collection. These great products are also on sale now.
Factory Direct patio furniture sale going on now at Family Leisure.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. That's 3 babies per hour born with injuries like cerebral palsy and brain damage. It's every parent's worst nightmare. In many cases, medical negligence is the cause of the injury. Our firm will examine the cause and work to recover compensation. If you have a child with birth injuries, please call our firm, Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Onyx Restaurant has proudly served Memphis over the past decade, offering American and seafood dishes daily. Stop in for our daily lunch specials or have your next company luncheon with us. Onyx offers live band entertainment Monday through Saturday. Onyx Restaurant, located at 1680 Madison Avenue. Jazz, wine, dine, mingle, mix.
All these meals? For under $10? That's unbelievable.
Introducing O'Charlie's over-the-top and under $10 platefuls. Over 20 favorites like honey drizzled southern fried chicken and bacon cheddar burger. Order platefuls and more at O'Charlie's.com.
You're watching Grizz Nation Live, sponsored by Family Leisure, where family and fun come together. And by Onyx Restaurant, jazz, wine, dine, mingle, and mix.
Thanks for coming back. We've now reached the 4th quarter of Grizz Nation Live. The Grizzlies' week ahead includes their next game, Tuesday. The Grizzlies taking on Dame Little and the Portland Trail Blazers. Trailblazers absolutely hooping right now, 39-24. Right now, 5 games out of the #1 spot in the Western Conference standings. And, of course, Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, Portland playing pretty good basketball. Now, home record, 24-8, but, hey, the away record is not that good. 15-16, so the Grizzlies with the chance of getting a win on Tuesday, but we know Portland is always a very tough team to play. Friday, the Utah Jazz coming to town, and we know what the Jazz can do. Right now, the Jazz right underneath the Portland Trail Blazers, sitting in the 5 spot in the Western Conference standings. Of course, Utah actually in the 6th spot. The Houston Rockets in the 5 spot, but the Utah Jazz still hooping 36-26, 7.5 games out of that 1st spot in the Western Conference standings. But Utah, you know, they got some dudes you have to deal with, man. Donovan Mitchell and another big dude, Rudy Gobert, even though Rudy Gobert got dunked on. But still, the Utah Jazz, a very good team. Sunday, the Grizzlies go over into the other conference as they take on Eastern Conference team, the Orlando Magic. And you would think Orlando not playing very well. They really aren't, but it's the Eastern Conference. And their record, 30-35. Not that much better than the Beale Street Bears, but check out the difference. Grizzlies sitting at 25-40. Orlando 30-35. The Grizzlies, the 2nd worst team in the Western Conference. Orlando sitting in the 8th spot in the Eastern Conference standings with that 30-35 record, which means Orlando will be a playoff team if the season ended today. And Wednesday, March 13th, the Grizzlies heading to Atlanta to play the sorry Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta also really not trying to win, but they can put up points. They got their little dude, Trae Young from Oklahoma, the little rookie, has been absolutely hooping right now. So that's a game the Grizzlies could win. But looking at their schedule, Portland is going to be extremely tough. Utah is going to be extremely tough. Next Sunday against Orlando, that's a very winnable game for the Beale Street Bears. And March 13th at Atlanta against the Hawks, that's also a very winnable game for the Beale Street Bears. But we know how the Grizzlies tend to do things. Sometimes they play well, like we saw them play last week against LeBron James and the Lakers, knock off the Lakers, but then don't play too well against other teams that they should actually beat. Now, we've been dealing with this with the Grizzlies for the last several years. Hopefully, they can have a nice little run this week and at least get 2 or 3 of those wins. That's going to do it for this edition of Grizz Nation Live. We'll be back next week, and we hope you'll be back as well. Until then, Audi.
Thanks for watching Grizz Nation Live. Tonight's show is brought to you by Family Leisure, where family and fun come together, and by Onyx Restaurant. Jazz, wine, dine, mingle, and mix.